Albany, New York, it's time for MAC basketball. Tonight, conference play begins. It's the preseason favorites, the Rider Broncs, traveling to take on the Siena Saints. We welcome you inside MVP Arena. Robert Lee, Kelly O'Donnell with you. Let's take a look at the MAC preseason poll. And as we mentioned, Rider was the preseason pick to win the league. They were second last year. Siena just a little bit behind in fourth. Iona and Canisius picked second and third. Both teams come in on losing streaks, but a chance to wipe the slate clean tonight with MAC play beginning. Rider is powered by the MAC preseason player of the year, Mervyn James.
Yeah, James is actually the lone returning all-conference player from a year ago. He was second-team All-MAC last season. The other 14 all-conference players either graduated or transferred. James averaging 17.5 points per game, second best in the conference.
Siena continues to rely on sophomore Michael Ely.
Yeah, preseason all-second team choice for the Saints. Scored a career-high 24 points in this building in Siena's lone win this season against Holy Cross, and the Saints will likely need a similar performance tonight against Rider.
Kelly, let's take a look at some of your keys to the game.
For Rider, it's winning in transition. Sure, that's transition defense, but also transition offense. The Broncs have been struggling to shoot the basketball so far this season. You can get easy buckets if you're able to run in transition, something the Broncs will look to do tonight. And, of course, Ely makes the Siena team go, so make Ely earn it. As for Siena, look, both teams are going to be hungry for a win. They're top four preseason. They're struggling 1-5, each of them. Coach Mazzarello said being hungry isn't good enough. Siena needs to be starving. Meanwhile, Albany outscored Siena 60-24 in the paint this past weekend. That has been a trend for the Saints. They must play better defense in the post.
Back here at MVP Arena, where the starting lineups are being introduced before this MAC opener between Siena and Rider. Before the game, they actually just honored three former Siena greats out on the court who are in town for the Saints March on dinner tomorrow night, honoring some former Siena legends. But Michael Haddix and his children, Ronald Moore and his son, as well as Tate Fisher, were out on the court from back in the mid to late 2000s. It should be a great weekend to celebrate Siena basketball. Also Siena homecoming, from what I understand, this weekend. Yep. And what better way to celebrate than with Siena basketball here at MVP Arena. Rider, the road team tonight, comes out in the road cranberry jerseys, which is akin to a maroon with white numbers. Siena in the home white jerseys with green numbers. Our officials this evening, Matt Potter, Brandon Cruz, and John Cal Jr. It'll be Tariq Ingram and Giovanni Amajuru to jump it up for Siena. Both teams come in 1-5. Both teams have lost 5 games in a row. In fact, Rider does not have a Division I victory this year. They have beaten only a school, Immaculata, which is a Division III school, but they have played the toughest schedule in the MAC so far. As Ingram's under the basket, lays it up with the left hand, no good. Got his own rebound, puts it back up and in. Tariq Ingram starting it off. Rider features the preseason player of the year, Mervyn James, along with Alan Powell, who's really been struggling. Corey McKeithen is playing well, their second leading scorer. Siena changes up its starting lineup as a travel is called. Michael Ely will not start tonight. Michael F. Bagaru, the freshman, gets the start in his place. Killian Gribben, Gio Emajuru, Braylon Smith, and Zach Tekin. Ely is not injured. He is just coming off the bench tonight. Although his ankle is still bothering him to an extent, but not to the point that he can't play.
Correct. He did mention during practice this week that it continues to be sore. He's icing it, trying to rest it when he has the opportunity to. It hasn't limited him in practice and shouldn't limit his minutes tonight.
TJ Weeks, who's really struggling, shooting 26%. He also, one of the Rider players, Mervyn James, lost his shoe. He kicked it to the sideline. Kevin Baggett has it in his hands. Mervyn James is playing with no right shoe. Inside for Emajuru. Hacked and fouled. James will put his shoe back on. Kevin Baggett, the Rider head coach, doing double duty early. 12th season, longest tenured coach in the league.
And a good sight for Coach Baggett to see a three-pointer go down early in this one. That's something he emphasized with us a couple of days ago, that we need to start making three-pointers. They're only hitting at 25% beyond the arc, which is worst in the league. I know you asked him, Coach, what's it going to take to start making some more three-pointers, and his first response was, we got to pray. Now, I know that pray and hope is not a plan, but sometimes divine intervention doesn't hurt.
And he thinks it's all mental. Everybody's got a good shooting stroke. It's just a mental thing, and perhaps seeing that first one go through for TJ Weeks will help spark the team. Here's Tekin driving on the much bigger Tariq Ingram. Steps back for a three. Halfway down, rebound, and Majuru's fouled. Fouled by Mervyn James. Siena led by head coach Carmen Massarello, class of 2001, fifth season. 65-49 his record with the Saints, and 5-3 against Ryder.
Another point of emphasis defensively for Ryder is not allow Emajuro to dunk on them. He's very successful when he's given the opportunity in the post. He's not a great free throw shooter, which he illustrates there, shooting at just 44% this season. So Coach Baggett said, hey, we're going to use up all of our fouls in the post and make him earn to the free throw line.
0 for 2 for Emajuru, rebounded by TJ Weeks. Ryder already up 5-0 here. And hit their first three of the game. Saints come out in a zone defense. Mervyn James, the player of the year, way off the mark, rebounded by Gribben. Saints will look to push. Tekin on the run. Good job by Ryder getting back. So Ely not starting. Ely averaging 22 points and 9 rebounds a game. Tekin into the lane. Kicks it out at Bagaru. The three was about 3 feet too long. It's rebounded by Mervyn James. Bagaru 3 out of 5 from 3-point range this season. Now 3 out of 6. All over the place. Tied up. And a jump ball there will favor Siena. Good hustle there.
Back-to-back nice defensive sets for the Saints. First forcing James into a difficult fadeaway jump shot from about 16 feet, and then Emajuro able to get his arm in front and knock that ball free, and then hustle from the Saints. That's something else Siena has talked about, is effort and aggression. I feel like they haven't been the more aggressive team so far this season. They're looking to put forth a better effort in this one as far as that's concerned.
Second turnover for Siena committed by Zach Tekin. JT Langston Jr. just checked in for Ryder. Turnovers have just been an absolute bugaboo for Siena this year. They are in the bottom 3 in the country in not only turnovers per game, but turnover margin. And that's out of 351 teams.
17.8, that's how many times Siena's turning the ball over on average per game.
McKeithen knocks down the jumper, a quick 7-0 lead. Not the start Siena wanted. A couple of turnovers, 0 for 2 from the field. And giving a Ryder team that's coming in on a 5-game losing streak a lot of confidence to start the game. And we mentioned Ryder has played the most difficult schedule in the league. Zach Tekin, nice feed to Emajuru, who will dunk it. Good look from Zach to Gio Emajuru. Ryder has played 5 games so far. They played Marquette, who's currently ranked 3rd in the country, lost to them by 30. Lost by 14 at Nebraska, lost at 9 by Duquesne, one of the better teams in the Atlantic 10 this year as Mervyn James missed it. And then they also played at Maryland most recently and lost by 27. And they still are playing Penn State on the road, so very difficult schedule. Understandable their record, another turnover.
And they gave up more than 100 points at Maryland, but when we asked Coach Baggett about that schedule, he said, I'd do it all over again. He said, in my 12 years here at Ryder, this is the toughest schedule I put together. But in a one-bid league, it's all about preparing yourself for conference play, and it feels like they got better with every one of those losses.
And certainly some financial implications there as well, quote-unquote buy games as the ball is knocked away right to Gribben, who lays it in, killing Gribben in the right spot at the right time. But you get paid for those games. The big schools pay you to come and be a sacrificial lamb sometimes, but that helps boost everyone's bottom line at the school. Alan Powell, preseason first-team All-MAC, has really struggled this season. He missed it. Couple of tips up. It's eventually volleyed. Oh, somehow comes away to Mervyn James. He's fouled by Emajuru, and that will send us to a timeout. Ryder scored the first 7. Saints respond with the next 4. Bronx by 3 early.
The other team is going to have to figure out a way to manufacture points and score when he's not on the floor. So this is an opportunity early in this game for the Saints to do just that.
Mason Courtney is... Oh, sloppy turnover by F. Bagaru, just fumbled the pass into the backcourt. Mason Courtney, the sophomore from Shen High School, has checked in. Ingram back in for Ryder, replacing Langston. The other 4 on the court for Siena are the same as Tekin, is on the bench. We mentioned Alan Powell. Preseason first-team All-MAC as Mervyn James will knock down the jumper, showing some expanded range. The senior from the Virgin Islands. Alan Powell is really struggling. He's shooting 23% from the field and 18% from beyond the arc. And averaging 6 points a game as Siena picks it up just across the timeline and almost turns it over. Gribben comes away with it somehow. Now Siena with numbers 3 on 2. And Bagaru down the lane, lays it up and in. Almost a turnover. F. Bagaru off a couple of lucky bounces. Cuts the lead down to 5, his first 2 of the game. So Alan Powell, number 2, averaged 10.5 a game last year. He's at about half of that this season. They're trying to get him going.
Yeah. Coach Baggett said he's just needs to see some shots go down, right? It's about building confidence at this point. You referenced it earlier. It isn't necessarily mechanics for Powell.
Ingram chance for a 3-point play. Tariq Ingram played very well against Siena last year. Killian Gribben the foul, his first, as Michael Ely will make his first appearance for Siena. Also checking in Michael Ojo. In fact, there are 3 Michaels who regularly play for Siena, F. Bagaru, Ely, and Ojo. Tariq Ingram is a big kid, 6'9", 255, played 3 years at Wake Forest, was really a lot of injury issues at Wake Forest, missed an entire season, only played 2 games the next year as he missed the free throw. He's got 4 points. Then played 1 game in the 21-22 season and immediately transferred to Rider, where he had a good year last year. And this year he's averaging 7 points and 7 rebounds a game. Here's Ely. Down to 8 on the shot clock. Here's Ely with 4. Ely's going to be forced to put it up. Ely step back contested 3. Gets it up on the rim, and it's rebounded by Tariq Ingram. Not a good possession there for Siena. McKeithen wide open. Right wing jumper, too strong. Rebounded by Braylon Smith. And I thought what you said was very interesting about what Coach Massarello said. We can't just stand around and watch Ely, the Michael Ely show, as the 3-pointer is missed and it's rebounded by Weeks, and then a silly foul 93 feet from the basket by Michael Ojo. It's his first. But there's got to be other guys stepping up besides Ely. He can't just score 20 points and have the team score 50.
And Killian Gribben owned up to that at practice this week as well, and he said, it seemed like against you Albany, if we didn't get what we wanted in our initial action midway through the shot clock, the next 15 seconds, we were just standing around watching and hoping that Michael Ely could do something, right? So they run their set, and then what? There has to be option 2 and 3, and continuing to try and press and get a good shot. Because otherwise, teams, of course, are going to double Ely and force him into the shot that we saw last time down the floor.
They've got Mervyn James on Ely. Premier matchup here. Ely up fakes. Second shot is short. Rebounded easily by James. Ryder on the run. McKeithen down the lane. Scoops it up with the right hand and scores.
The first time Ely was forced into a very difficult 3-pointer at the end of the shot clock. But that time he put up the 26-footer with 8 seconds left on the shot clock, and a long rebound on a missed 3 from there could lead to transition offense.
Ojo, the right baseline jumper. Michael Ojo showing a nice little bit of range there, just shooting 24% from the field this year, averaging about 2 points a game, the freshman from Virginia Beach. Here's Mervyn James. He's been quiet thus far, hasn't really looked for a shot too much. Spins into the lane, muscles it up, got his own rebound, and jump ball. Here will favor Ryder after a timeout. Under 12 to go.
Elias checked back out of the game. He's on the exercise bike at the moment.
He did not look very... His ankle didn't look good. He was grimacing noticeably after running up and down the court. You've got to think he's at well less than 100%. How much do they keep playing him in this game? This is a conference game against the preseason favorites, so this is not a non-conference game that maybe doesn't mean quite as much. As F. Bagaru smoothly makes 2 free throws, have been 5 out of 11 from the line coming in. And Siena will show some full court pressure here. A different wrinkle here from the Saints. Broken by Ryder, but takes about 10 seconds off the shot clock.
The advantage there, Ryder just now getting to his offense with 15 to shoot.
Here's Langston averaging 5.5 points a game. Down to 4 on the shot clock. McKeithen will have to put it up. He does so from the left wing, in and out. Rebounded by Ruben Rodriguez, a freshman who's checked into the game, and he is fouled. Michael Ekbagaru, his first.
Another point of emphasis for Coach Massarello and the Saints, limiting Ryder to one shot. And Harm referenced an example in a game last year. These two teams played here at MVP Arena where he said, it's a close game and Ryder gets 2-3 offensive rebounds, and in a low-scoring contest, they finally get those second-chance points, and those possessions are going to mean something. We've got to get them off of the offensive end of the floor when we have the chance.
That foul could be classified as a nickel dimer. Toss in Ojo's foul under the opposing basket from 93 feet away. A couple fouls that Siena really didn't need to commit as Mervyn James gets the friendly roll. He's got 6 points. Saints already up to 14 fouls this half. Tekken is back in the game for Siena. They look to trap him. Braylon Smith will take the 3. Rebounded on the weak side by Tekken. Tekken being hounded by Rodriguez. Ely out of the game right now. Ekbagaru driving to the rim. Flips it up and in. Michael Ekbagaru with 6 points.
That was a strong move and a confident take. Solid offense that time from the Saints.
Nice move by Mervyn James gliding to the rim. And another easy basket for Ryder right at the rim, continuing a theme we saw in the UAlbany game.
Yep.
UAlbany had 60 points in the paint. Really ran a layup drill from the start as Zach Tekken gets the short jumper to go.
Transition defense isn't all about staying behind the basketball and preventing an easy dunk in a fast break situation as Ryder turns it over. It's about getting back and setting up your defense so you don't allow open space and free passage to the rim. That was a terrific take, but still Siena's defense wasn't set. Made it a little bit easier for Ryder.
TJ Weeks traveled. Tekken gets past his defender, kicks it out for an Ojo 3. Michael Ojo knocks it down, averaging 2 points a game. He's got 5. He's now 4 out of 10 from beyond the arc this year.
Siena's offense generating better looks, which is resulting in points for the Saints. That time it was a nice crossover and penetration by Tekken, a little inside-out basketball.
Too strong there for Langston, defended well by Ojo. Saints showing a little spark here, down by 4. Tekken the open 3. Zach Tekken missed it. It's rebounded by Rodriguez, who's on the run. Ruben Rodriguez to the basket. Ojo almost cleared the glass. No, it's loose on the floor. Who's got it? Ryder has it. And a foul. Zach Tekken, the loose ball foul, his first.
Siena was feeling itself a little bit for the first time in this game, and so Tekken got to his spot, tried that 3, was early in the shot clock, and the problem with that missed 3 early in the shot clock, it can create a long rebound and give Ryder a chance to get out and run offensively. Hasn't turned into points yet, but the foul to Tekken, you'd like to see after the previous possession, Tekken getting it into the lane, see if you can generate a better shot.
Coach Massarello, you talked about in the open, wanted to see more hunger, more urgency from his team, and they've definitely shown that so far. As Tekken creates the steal. Tekken racing in one-on-one. He'll lay it up and in.
Outstanding anticipation from Tekken to jump that pass and come up with the loose ball.
Ojo's got to be careful not to foul there. He's hedging on the screen. Rodriguez, awkward layup. Rebounded athletically by Michael Ekbagaru. Ekbagaru playing well. 6 points and a couple boards.
And that was smart basketball. He was behind the play, but he was tracking back to the rim.
Saints on a 7-0 run here. Ojo! Weeks saves it from going out of bounds.
Siena just 1 of 9 from the outside.
James, clear path to the rim, he's fouled. That'll send us to a timeout, and Mervyn James will shoot free throws when we return. Siena on a 7-0 run has cut the lead to 2. This season. Preseason Player of the Year, second team All-MAC last year. As Kelly mentioned, remarkably, he's the only one of the 15 All-MAC players last season who's back in the league this year. He's the only one. Started his career at North Alabama, played 2 years there. Now in his 3rd year at Rider, he's closing in on 1,500 points in his career. He has 10 here tonight. Zach Tekin picked up a 2nd foul of the game right before the timeout, so he's playing with 2 fouls. Questionable how much Ely's going to be able to go the rest of the way. He played 2 minutes, did not look particularly healthy. He is still on the bench. Foul.
Sometimes this means something, sometimes it doesn't, so take it with a grain of salt. But before the game started, when he was on the bench, he was sitting at the front of the bench, and now he's sitting near the end of the bench.
Yes. We are not doctors. We don't know what the condition of Michael Ely's ankle is as Ingram goes out of the game with 2 fouls. Checking in is Mustafa Sano, a freshman from Allentown, PA, 6'11", his first appearance. Let's see how the Saints do without Ely.
Yeah.
Tekin driving to the rim, has the path shut off. Tekin left wing 3. It's good. Zach Tekin cuts the lead to 1. He's got 7 points.
And that's the kind of 3-pointer you want Zach Tekin taking. That was the nice answer right there.
Alan Powell, who we spotlighted as really struggling as Tekin is fouled in the open court. But Powell has been shooting it well so far, 2 out of 3, and just made a 3-pointer there. Foul is on Powell, his first.
For Tekin, we saw that missed 3-pointer he attempted earlier in the half where he tried to get to a spot off of the dribble, but last time down the floor for the Saints, he was able to penetrate, dish it out, and then get the return ball where he was wide open.
Max Frazier is checked in for Siena, freshman from North Carolina. Tekin fadeaway 3. Out of bounds to Rider.
And again, that's the difference. When he's on the move, he's got a player in his face, and the ball's coming to him from the perimeter instead of coming to him inside out.
We mentioned the tough schedule Rider has played. They've also been on the road. This is the last of a 6-game road trip for Rider. They'll finally return home to the Bronx Zoo to take on Fairfield on Sunday. Foul is called. Ribbon the foul, his second. 6-game road trip. They opened the season with a home game against the Division III school, Immaculata. 6 straight on the road, and we mentioned those teams they had played. The 5 teams they played have a combined record of 24-10, including Marquette 6-1, Nebraska 7-0, Maryland, roughly 500 record thus far, but a Big Ten team nonetheless. Saints already into the bonus here with 6 minutes left to go, and Mervyn James adding to his point total.
Coach Baggett's going to tell you that, hey, now the teams that we play the rest of the way, they're not bigger, stronger, and more athletic than we are. And that's just what you're going to get when you're playing teams like Marquette and Maryland. A level playing field from an athleticism standpoint.
Yeah, in a similar weight class, so to speak.
Right.
And, he said no disrespect to Siena, but they're not Maryland, they're not Marquette, and I would agree. 2 more free throws from Mervyn James. He's got 12 points to lead all scorers. And Bagaru's been aggressive early. Missed the short bank shot. Mervyn James clears the glass. 12 points, 5 rebounds for James. Sets the screen for McKeithen. James not a huge 3-point shooting threat as Alan Powell missed the 3 and then Bagaru corrals the rebound. Saints have trailed the entire game pulled to within 1 on a couple of occasions in the last couple of minutes. Gave up 7 straight to start the game, 7-0 Rider. Now down by 6. They've trailed by as much as 9. The offense not doing a whole lot here for Siena. Tekken drives. And Majuru bobbled the ball. Rider will run 3-on-2. McKeithen down the center. McKeithen all the way to the basket. Draws contact and scores. Timeout, Siena. No, and Bagaru will go to the line now for 1-1. That was the 7th foul against Rider. Huge chance for here for Siena to get a 4 or 5 point possession. Alas, the front end is missed by Bagaru. Nonetheless, Siena pulls to within 5.
You imagine at a 5-point possession off of
think how that started. Shot. Right. Off a Rider. Rider had the ball, turned it over, was turned into 3 points for Siena. Could have been more. Weeks, nice feed down low for a dunk. Ife West Ingram off the beautiful feed from TJ Weeks.
Pretty basketball.
High percentage look again, almost a turnover and a foul. It's called on TJ Weeks. It'll be his first. Sends us to a timeout. Rider has led throughout. Kevin Baggett's Bronx lead by 7.
Jersey Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
The Albany Med Health System. We're with you when you need us most. With you for the questions. With you for the answers. We're with you at home, because this is our home too. The hospitals you know, with the most providers in the most advanced specialties in more communities than anyone else. We're with you from day one and for every day that follows. The Albany Med Health System, with you for everything.
Relationships matter. When you're seeking a trusted advisor to guide your business, turn to UHY. We're a collaborative network of experienced and entrepreneurial professionals dedicated to nurturing your business and helping you navigate challenges so that you can focus on what matters most to you and your business. At UHY, we are trailblazers who bring diverse experience, providing a 360-degree view of your business. UHY, the next level of service.
Under 4 to go here at MVP Arena. Rider has led throughout, opened the game on a 7-0 run, have led by as much as 9. The lead currently at 7. Any of those stats jump out at you?
Well, one of our keys to the game was that Siena was going to have to do a better job scoring in the paint. And off the top of the broadcast, we threw out that stat from the UAlbany game where the Saints were outscored in the paint 60-24 by the Great Danes. Siena against a very physical Rider team that can score it on the inside, currently outscoring the Bronx 16-14 down low.
And Bagaru back to the line where he's 2 out of 3. Makes the first. And both teams similar statistically. Siena 44% from the field, Rider 48%. Saints just 2 out of 12 from beyond the arc, but doing some work from the line as Bagaru's up to 8 points. Averages 7 a game. Some full court pressure here again for Siena. They pull it back now. Irvin James has 12 for Rider. Powell turns the corner. Wide open jump shot is up and no good for West Ingram. Saints a chance to cut into the lead here. Efagaru. Rebound hits the floor. Emma Drew has it. Second chance opportunity here with 15 on the shot clock. Batted away. Loose. Tekken has it. Unsettled situation. Tekken driving to the rim. Behind the back for Emma Drew. Lays it up too strong. Rebounded by Weeks.
I'll tell you what, Tekken telegraphed his first pass on that possession that almost led to the turnover. Didn't telegraph that one.
Layup for Weeks. Again, getting to the basket easily. He's got 5 points. Tekken's got some flash to his game.
He does.
Sophomore from Istanbul, Turkey. Zek will shoot the three. Why not? Zek Tekken into double figures with 10 points. Powell stutter step. Weeks driving to the rim, couldn't finish from short range, and it's rebounded by Mason Courtney. Tekken, long three. Rebound tapped out to Frazier, second opportunity for Siena.
Solid work by the Saints on the offensive glass over the past 5 minutes or so.
Efagaru, nifty move. Timeout Ryder. Michael Efagaru, 10 points. Zek Tekken, 10 points.
And Siena showing poise offensively deep in the shot clock, right? We talked about in the past, Siena not quite sure where to go when their first option offensively doesn't come through in their sets, and oftentimes it was, we'll just get it to Ely and hope he can create something for us. Well, he's not in the basketball game right now. We saw earlier in this game without Ely, Siena still struggling to find a quality shot deep in the shot clock, but not the case there. That was a terrific move. Go to the basket, create opportunities, and a really pretty spin to set that up.
And nobody's saying that this team is better without Michael Ely, but when your star player goes down and he's not in the game, possibly for the rest of the game, sometimes other players just naturally step up and play, you know, maybe a little more extroverted, so to speak, instead of deferring to Michael. They're stepping up and saying, hey, I got to make some plays too.
It's interesting you use the word extroverted because something that Coach Massarello said earlier this week was, we have a team of a bunch of introverts, and that's not a bad thing. He said, it's my responsibility as the coach to draw out of them what I need. And sometimes there are situations where I need them to play like extroverts, even if that's not their natural personality trait.
Sloppy turnover by the Bronx. Out of the timeout. Weeks and McKeithen miscommunicated. DJ Dudley has checked in for Ryder. He's number 0 with the blonde hair there, a freshman from San Diego. For the record, Ryder has a TJ, a JT, and a DJ all amongst their regular playing rotation. Efagaru has been in attack mode. Saints trying to take their first lead of the game. It's Gribben who flips it up and in to tie the game. First time it's been tied since 0-0. Under a minute to go in the first half.
And taking their offense to Ryder. That time it was Gribben. Aggressive on the take. Several players now for Siena showing that dimension to their game, and it's paying dividends.
Siena on a 7-0 run. Mervyn James unable to end that. Saints have it. Oh, turn it over on the outlet pass. It's tied up. Our third jump ball of the first half. Saints will have it with about a 4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. This looks like the brotherly shove here, as they've got about 6 guys at the left wing piled on each other. Braylon Smith back in the game for Siena. He'll replace Mason Courtney. Smith, a more reliable scoring option than Courtney to this point this season. So we'll get Smith in for this offensive possession with 30 seconds left, 26 on the shot clock. Saints can virtually hold to about 6 or 7 seconds left if they run it all the way down. They will dribble it out. McKeithen guarding Tekken, who turns on the Jets down the lane. Tekken lays it up and the Saints lead for the first time. And a chance for Siena to really capture the momentum with one more stop here with 7 seconds left to go. 9-0 run for Siena. McKeithen, stutter step, lost it, 1 second left. McKeithen's jumper is good. Big shot by Corey McKeithen ties the game in an entertaining first half.